All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning, and hopefully, you guys had an incredible day. Yes, I'm just making sure the sound is good because I'm getting some errors. So if I get some confirmation in chat that you guys are good on YouTube and okay here in our chat room as well. All right, excellent. Thank you, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I hope that you guys are doing very good today on this beautiful Friday morning. So let's go ahead and get started. I know Norm is possibly on a boat already for the next couple of days. So good luck to him on that and that he has a bunch of fun. I know today's going to be rough with some storms, but outside of that, it should be nice and clean for him. And yeah, so let's get rocking and rolling. Let's take a quick look at our gappers list this morning. And again, this is let me make sure this is live because we have a ton of stuff here today. So if you right click on trade ideas, you can come in here, you can look at history. We're going to make sure we're always live. So live always, this confirms that this is our list for this morning. And man, we got a ton. We got a ton of stuff to go through here. As you can see on the green side, a couple of Chinese tickers leading the way, which is nice to see. XBEV, Billy, Lee, SQ, no, SQ is a black. That's different. Baba, we have Baidu, everything. So again, just heavy on the Chinese stocks this morning. Yeah, AC 75 says China. Yeah, China's on fire today. Job numbers are out. I don't have my partner in crime to tell me what's going on, but SPY is moving right now as we're looking at this. So if anyone has the job numbers, throw them out. Let's see how they did. What the question is, were they bad and it's good for the economy, or were they good and it's now good news is good news? I mean, it's always hard to translate these things. I need like an economist to kind of come in and translate good is good, bad is bad in this situation, and vice versa in other situations. So here we have jobless rate higher than expected. So 261,000 jobs added, unemployment up to 3.7. So that is good for inflation, right? The unemployment being up, right? So I think that might be good. Added 2,661 jobs. All right, we need Norm to come and tell us what to think. Yes, we need Norm to come in and say, no, this is good. It's so funny. Sometimes I hear the news, I'm like, oh, that's great. He's like, no, that's bad. That's bad. This is why. And he'll tell me why it's bad. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. So yeah, Norm's we'll miss our guy today. So yeah, so let's see how the SPY is gonna react to this, and then we'll take advantage of things. Let's see how the overall gappers list is going to change based on this. And correct, Cindy, Fed does want the unemployment to go up. The unemployment, yes. So if that's the case, unemployment is up 3.7. Technically, that should be good. Crazy how we're wishing for unemployment to be up, so the economy could be good, but that's just how capitalism works, right? So, yeah, everything's looking good on this side. Let's take a quick look on some of the stuff we had on our list yesterday, starting with Roku. If you look at Roku here, guys, this thing, man, what a day. What a day for Roku. I mean, we knew it was in play. We had it on our list. It was one of our top lists yesterday. But look at this. Look at this incredible bounce after gapping down so huge. And Norm did mention this. He mentioned he didn't understand why this thing was gapping down so much, right? Based on the news, it didn't seem that bad, and some of this stuff should have been baked in already. And I guess it was, because if you look at this here, this is just out of control what it did yesterday. So very nice pop there, as you're seeing on the screen. All right, so I think yeah, there you go. Sound should be back. All right, so yeah, so Roku was it's just insane yesterday. Gave you a little bit of everything. Let me show you I was looking at the wrong charts here. This is the 5-minute on this thing, and just look at the rip that we got, basically closing the gap fill. mRNA, another one that was on our list yesterday, was making some noise pre-market, right? Just started taking off here. This was a $10 move. If you guys remember, this was happened when we were live. And then at the market open did give you a nice continuation above some of the levels that we had here on our daily. So not a bad play. And actually the volume was okay on this. The price action was not bad at all. Usually I'm not a fan of mRNA, but yesterday it actually did very well. Nvidia and some other ones also took off. Again, nothing as clean as Roku. But you can see here this thing took off as well, then flat for the most of the day. after that for the later parts of the afternoon. Apple was a nice sell-off. I love this setup that you got here. You got a beautiful engulfing pattern and a nice entry signal right there on the VWAP. Put your stops above these moving averages and just look at the continuation you got here. Lost this low of the pre-market 141.72, went straight down to the next daily level we had around 140.58, where the price action is right now, and then almost got to our 138 here as well. So again, traded very, very clean yesterday. Amazon had another drop yesterday. This thing on the daily, it just amazes me how weak Amazon is at the moment. So another red day for Amazon after the huge gap down, and again also traded very clean, similar to Apple yesterday, as we just saw on the 5 minute here. And then we had Tesla, which again always great to see in action. Yesterday's pre-market was actually very weak at the market open, gave you this huge pop. And again, this is why I find Tesla so difficult to trade, because if you were watching this price action, it was just so wild, the pullbacks and then the continuation, and here it's just got messy. So yes, it looks good now after the fact, but man, this was tough. This was a tough trade, and this is why I put it on my list here and there, but most often than not, I don't end up trading it. You know, I look for Neo. I'll look for Neo, and actually I did trade Neo yesterday. This is one of my trades here. Look at this beautiful play out, a continuation that we got, breaking out of some highs of the day, some levels. Usually I go to Neo because it's just more manageable than Tesla is. All right, we got a lot to go through today, guys. Let's take a look here at our gappers list. We're going to remove Control A, Control X. It's going to get rid of that there for us, and then we're going to dive into what we have on our gappers list this morning. So let's start looking at top. I'm going to do just the top 6 or so on some of these, and we'll group some stuff together as well. So for example, here we have Baidu, PDD, Baba. I'm not going to go through these because I know the two I'm going to pick is probably going to be Baba and Neo. But they like today, I will take a look at like Baidu and JD, see if they're doing anything that might be interesting. Futu, wow, we have not seen FUTU in a long time. Definitely going to be looking at that. So that's fun. All right, XBEV, let's start there. So this morning, XBEV, let's get our daily. Again, a lot of these Chinese tickers all gapping up this morning. So there must be some positive news overseas. And I'm going to go ahead and just look at these quickly. XBEV, we have Billy, we have Lee. Yeah, all very similar. Baba. Yeah, Baba's going to be on my list, right? I like to trade them. So we'll add Baba to the list. And then just looking through JD, see if there's anything interesting here now. Baidu, I know Dash is in play today. Baidu, very light on volume. That's typical pre-market action for them. Neo, I mean, just look at the volume on Neo. How can you not love this? 4.2 million already. So I'm going to watch. Yeah, just going to go with my two favorites here, Baba and Neo. Yes, Gary, of course. Gary says, F you to you too, right back. Yeah, so we'll look at Baba and Neo this morning. As far as the Chinese tickers, you can pick your favorite ones. There are a few on there that are, trade very well. JD, PDD at times could do some good stuff also. So you can pick your favorite out of that bunch. And if you look at this list, it's a lot on here, but I mean, a lot of Chinese tickers kind of in the way at the moment there. Let's take the 6 Chinese tickers, stocks formed from an index. Yeah, you could do an index, absolutely. What we have here, Carlos, I almost got in at your blue arrow, but hesitated and ended getting 141.50 on Apple. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad. Still great. 141.50. That's perfect, man. So you did well there yesterday. All right, so that's what I like on Chinese tickers. Let's dive in back into the top of this list and see what's not Chinese, like Block here, SQ. 365,000. Yeah, no, I'd rather look at something else. HKD, what is this? This looks horrible. Oh, this is the one that IPO'd and went just insane. Not IPO, but it's just some craziness and then dropped back down, and then it did it again in September. Yeah, I want no parts of this, man. This is brutal. I want no parts of that. Let's head down over to what else was on here that we haven't looked at. Dash. There we go. So Dash had earnings, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe it had earnings last night. So here it is. And then this morning, Yeah, actually, Hamish confirmed this. We were talking this morning, and they're up 8.3 this morning. They're not the best intraday trading ticker. I mean, they have their ups and down here, and what I don't like is the lack of volume. Today with this gap up of 8.3, I expect for them to do something a little bit better. So I am going to add Dash to our list today. I just feel that we might find something more exciting to trade. But Dash is it's a nicey stock. You're not gonna see heavy volume pre-market, but market open should be interesting for them. So let's see what's happening there. All right, so that's Dash. Thank you for the confirmation there on earnings, PDD. We looked at NEO already. Let's try to find things that are different here. BHP. No, I've seen this plenty of times on our list. I don't like the way it trades. I think it's very thin on volume. And when you have that thin volume, you know what that means. You're going to get that kind of nasty order flow where things just don't move very well. So I'm not a fan of BHP. BNTX, another one that, again, was wild on yesterday. You see here the pop that it had. And again, didn't give us much pre-market action, so I didn't keep it on my list. And even so, even with this move, guys, you did this move with 800 and actually a little more, like 1.1 million shares, right? So light on volume to be moving from like 134 to 145. You just can imagine how difficult it is to trade something like this. So I won't be watching BNTX. Just be careful if you are going to be doing this. And always look at the spread right here. We'll give you a quick sense of what's happening. Right now, it's only 30 cents, so not bad. Still very light. Like if you see it here, there's not a whole bunch of shares. So just be mindful if you're going to be watching that. Rio is a foreign ticker which doesn't trade very well. MT, another foreign ticker that doesn't trade well. At times, we've seen some good stuff out of them recently here, but outside of that, not the best. All right, Futu. Let's get to these guys. What we got going on today? We are up 6.4, and it's not much happening really. Up 6.4. Yeah, we got better things on our list this morning so far. So Starbucks earnings last night. So they're gapping up here pretty good. And Starbucks, actually, when they have earnings, they can trade very well. You're not going to see it now in the pre-market. Their pre-market volume reminds me of a stock sitting on the New York Stock Exchange where they don't get great volume. But they'll be in play today. So I'm going to add them as a secondary for now. I want to leave some space for our usual suspects, but I might move like maybe a BABA down or something. But these guys, it all depends at that market open how they're going to be. Right now, looking pretty good, up 5.4 and actually 162,000 shares traded so far. It's actually good volume for them. All right, I'm going to stop here because there's way too many down there. If you see this list, it's just massively growing, and our gap down list is actually getting smaller. So I'm assuming SPY is pushing higher. Oh, look at that. So we dropped, came back up, and now we're pushing. So now is this going to be probably the actual move that we're going to get if we get back up to 375? So positive news to end the week so far, as far as the SPY is interpreting it at the moment. So this list is going to grow drastically. We're going to just leave it here for now. You guys can call out things that you like this morning. On the gap down, I'm going to look at the top 5 only. FNKO dropping 40% this morning, 216,000 shares traded. Pre-market action looks horrible. They don't get great volume for the most part. Yeah, I'm gonna skip on this for now. TWLO, we've seen this before, and they can be very active at times. Today they're down 23%. I'm assuming earnings. If I'm not correct, throw that on the chat. But right here you got earnings, looks like, and then what a drop, guys. So down 23%. These guys, they could trade well during earnings, and I like this drop here this morning. I like the volume of 1.1 million. Yeah, I like TWLO today. Actually, you know what? I think that's on our main list today. This is a very, very nice drop this morning on TWLO. So let's put that on there. Next on the list is Team, and Team for the most part 300. What is this company? Atlassian? I'm not sure what that even is. But they're down 23% as well. 330,000 shares traded at the moment. So not bad. Light on volume for the most part. Let's come back to this. I need to get more information on what this is. Not a low flow to stock, but we'll come back to that. The spread, I not see the spread. How is the spread? Ooh, yeah, that's brutal. That's a $1.58 spread here. That is rough. That is a rough spread. Yeah, that's not gonna stay there long. DKNG. All right, let's get to some fun stuff. This one's definitely in play today, guys. 5.3 million shares traded, and they are down 17%. So they earnings this morning, as you can see here, and they're just getting crushed down to some nice daily levels here of support. So that has become the low for today. Looks like what, 1250, yeah, around that area, 1264. So let's mark that there. But yeah, DKNG in play this morning, guys. Tons of volume. Big drop for them this morning. I like that one. Atlassian is a software company, makes Jira. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, not looking great right now. The spread, you guys called it out here. It's also pretty nasty. Thanks, Michael, for calling that out. Coolio or Twilio. CVNA this morning. Carvana. They had a good day. Was it 2 days ago? Right in here. After an hour or so, they had a really nice breakout. They are down 12.5 today, and the daily does look interesting, right? Possibly losing this support here. So that could be interesting there. But I'm not sure about Carvana today. With everything else we have on this list, and we haven't even got to PayPal yet. Want to see what's going on there. Not sure about this one. Let's do a possible for now. CVNA. CVNA. It's a tough trade. I know I traded it this week. I'm trying to remember what my trade was on this one here, but it's a tough trade. Net is not looking all that great. No, this looks pretty bad, so I'm not going to trade this. Daily is horrible. Pre-market doesn't look great. Down 12%, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. Let's look at PayPal. So PayPal dropping down here 5.3. Earnings last night, you see they got just crushed here. So they recover a bit from the lows of these after hours. Post market low 66.16. I mean, we're up pretty nice above that. Still down 5.2 from the previous day close, and the last couple of days has not been fun for these guys. It means it's all been red. Even starting from here, it's all been downhill. So yeah, PayPal is fun. They're going to get the volume, and on top of that, these guys, they trade very well. When they get volume, they are a good trade. So already 1 million. I like what I'm seeing there. And let's see what's going on. So earnings were good, revenue and right. So PayPal earnings were good, good revenue and earnings are up. How about guidance? Was guidance bad? I mean, why are they dropping today? If earnings was good, right? So guidance down, yeah, that's the one that would get you. So yes, that makes sense. All right, we'll stop here, guys. We got a decent list already. A lot of stuff on earnings and a lot of things on the Chinese side, just moving up on the overall Chinese stuff. And then we have the SPY. Let's check in on what we're doing. We're pushing higher here with the unemployment numbers coming out, favorable for this market. So let's see if that is going to push things higher. It's kind of get us on the right track here if possible. So a lot going on today. Let's take a look at what you guys like this morning that we haven't looked at already. Mighty Mouse, NVIDIA. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. We'll start there. NVIDIA is moving. I'm going to suspect, we haven't looked at our usual suspects yet, but I'm going to suspect that our usual suspects are going to be making an appearance very soon here. Let's look at NVIDIA. All right, so NVIDIA this morning, yeah, see here, 700,000. I like the daily on NVIDIA too for a breakout out of this level here, this 138. 138 is an area where you're seeing a lot of resistance. We did get it above to 142, then slammed right back down. So that could be interesting. But this is gonna depend a lot on the overall market, right? So kind of what the SPY is doing on these tech companies. But I like NVIDIA. We don't have a whole lot of space for our usual suspects this morning, but we'll throw NVIDIA on here. TQQ, of course, we'll be watching that in chat. I'm sure some people will be trading it. SQ is up on 11%. Yeah, no volume right now. I am watching, though. I don't know if these guys have news, but PayPal. PayPal is the one I'll be watching because these guys, funny, these guys are down, but they recover quite a bit from the lows already. So that's interesting, right? So again, let's see where this goes. And what I like about where it is, what I like about it now is that you created a good range, right? You got your previous day close. If you want to close the gap, you have it up here, but you also have this new low here also. So whichever way you go, you have some pretty nice room to take advantage of a play here. So whatever they decide to do, we're on board here. We'll take it long or short. We just need a good a good continuation here with some volume. So I like PayPal's setup right now because when things are hanging out down here, you don't know if they're going to want to just go sideways and hold this 66 and then eventually get a breakout. I think by these guys coming up a little bit, it gives you a better opportunity to run either way, depending how how the market open wants to take this news. So I like their setup a whole lot this morning. SQ Oxy. Let's take a look at Oxy. Oh, the XQ have earnings last night as well, and they were good. Okay. Let's take a look at Oxy here. Oxy up 2.5. Again, can't tell much by the pre-market, usual pre-market stuff here. Nothing overly exciting. They're daily though. They're daily slamming against the recent highs here, trying to get above that. So that could be interesting on Oxy. It's always hard to put Oxy on the list just because their pre-market action is not attractive at all. I mean, it is always so choppy, no volume. But then, market open, they get the volume going. And yesterday, they actually traded pretty decent here after an hour or two. They had a really nice run and very clean there. So it's just a tough one. I do like the daily on it. So, you know what? We'll put that one. We'll get rid of Carvana because Carvana at 12 bucks, it's just, I am not sure about this. And I remember now, yeah, I did trade this. And I stopped out at break even because it just wouldn't go. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. Yeah, right here. It just wouldn't go. Yeah, right here. Opening range breakout. It looks good now. It actually broke out. But this took forever. The price action was back and forth, back and forth. It was very, very choppy. Yeah, Carvana is not, it's not an ideal intraday trading stock. Let's take a look at AA this morning. We'll look at Apple next and some other ones over here from our YouTube friends. So AA, what is AA? AA is Alcoa. All right, let's see the daily on Alcoa. Ooh, no volume right now. Again, really no volume at the moment. And the best thing on this thing, if you're gonna find something, is this daily here. But this is not a great charge right now. So I don't think this will be a good one for the moment, unless you get some serious volume and start breaking out of this level. So the daily looks good for a breakout manifest. I see what you're looking at there. That looks actually very nice. But we need more out of this. We might get at the market open, but right now we're definitely not seeing that. All right, a few more, and then we'll get to our community events and announcements. Let's look at Bank of America. Michael, you got something going on with the banks today? I know your style of trading is a little bit different. So for me, this does not look great, but I know you trade. Your style of trade, this could be something happening here. So if you want to share that with the group, appreciate it. A daily looks good for a possible breakout. And you can see here, got some levels here. You got 36, 37, 50 as well. So that looks good there as far as Bank of America goes. Light on volume right now, you're not going to get great, well, not volume, pre-market action. You're not going to get great activity into the market open. Oxy, APA. Oxy was good, but APA was better. That was yesterday, Jared. Amazon, but trying to get out of the position because, okay, so Amazon, let's see. You're stuck in a position on Amazon, hopefully not. Amazon, yeah, I like Amazon because I just don't get this drop here. So we are up 1.8 on Amazon and 1.8 million shares traded on Amazon. Yeah, I like Amazon as one of our possibles today. Dailies is great. We're getting a little bit, we are extended on the daily for sure. So hopefully any signs of strength like we're seeing now, Amazon can provide some opportunities. And the volume, guys, the volume has been just like there. You're getting insanely good volume on Amazon. As you can see here, over 100 million per day there. So definitely not. Yeah, Tammy, absolutely. Show some love there. Hit that thumbs up over on YouTube if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna check. Well, what are we sitting on our likes? We'd love to get to our goal today. 250 would be amazing. We're sitting at 63. So if we get to 50, that'll be incredible for this Friday as we end the week. Cool, guys. I like this list here so far, and there's still so many more stuff that we haven't looked at. Apple, let's take a look at Apple. A few of you guys throwing that over on YouTube. Ooh, yes. Apple is on the list. Looking very nice, guys. 2.5 million, 2%, up 2% this morning already. Yeah, that's on here. We're going to have to do some work fine-tuning this list and getting some stuff off here. But yeah, Apple is very, very nice. I assume the SPY is cranking here. Yeah, nice. It's going to be a good day, folks. It's going to be a good day if the SPY is going to end the week like this. So nice, making a new high here, and things are going to follow suit as this list is going to continue to grow on our gappers list. Guys, over on YouTube and also new members in the community, if you want to get scanners, if you want to see this here, if you want to have your own control of being able to go up and down, because usually sometimes this thing will hop around and it'll show you the middle of the deck instead of the top of the deck. Just head over to tradingterminal.com. And right there you can check out what's happening. You can see scanners and you'll be able to get the gap up list, the gap down list, and you also get a lot more scanners at the market open. You're going to get the turbo breakdown, turbo breakup, which are my two favorite scanners when I'm looking for ORB. So head over there, completely free, and you can take advantage of that. So excellent. We are set, guys. Let's get to community events and announcements. And just give me a little bit because I'm riding solo today. So let me just pull up bearabletraders.com. We'll head over to webinars and we will bring you over to what's happening throughout the week. Just give me a second to switch over. Oh yeah, I forgot that. I have it set up that when I switch to the screen, it actually mutes the mic, so I'm not interrupting Norm. I was talking to you guys for not hearing me. So here we go, guys. Every Monday, onboarding class and tech class with myself here, and this is a fun class, guys. If you haven't joined, we have a really good time. We go over some of the things in the community for our new members and people that are interested in knowing more about Bearable Traders. And then towards the second half, we really dive into whatever topic you guys want to talk about, Q&A. Just overall questions that you might have in regards to trading, technology, anything. Come on down. If it's completely free for those on YouTube, 8 p.m. Excuse me, every Monday night. So join us there. To sign up for that, by the way, go to bearabletraders.com, the web page, and that's going to get you all set up for that. Every Tuesdays, we have our strategy. This week, we have Thor with the how, volume price analysis. And if you missed the ones that are before that, they are available in our education center. So if you need to catch up, so you'll be up to date on the how, I think it's the where, the when, and the how. You can do that by going to the education center, quick search on volume price analysis, and you're going to get everything that's on there so you can catch up and be ready for this week. Then after next week, following week, we're going to have Peter creating and maintaining a trading journal. And Peter, if you guys see his journals, they're very, 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 very good. They're very, very detailed stuff. So you're going to learn a lot from him on what you can implement on your trading journal as well. And then Wednesdays, every Wednesday, guys, we're doing psychology. Next week is CRADA, how to identify negativity, how to identify negativity thinking, so or negative thinking. So that's going to be fun because you'd be surprised sometimes how you think you're not thinking negative, but you are, or you think you're not being greedy, but you are the way you trade. So that's always good to get those things pointed out. Here it is, Michael, the following week, money mindset. So again, it's a big part of psychology. You'd be surprised how that affects your trading. So definitely tune in for that. And every Thursday we have mentorship with John, 11 a.m. every Thursday, and then followed by our man Thor at 8 p.m. evenings as well. Mentorship with those two guys. So don't miss those. That's on every single Thursday. Then, guys, as I mentioned before, don't forget tradingterminal.com. Here you're going to find tons of stuff that's going to help you as far as trading. You got your simulator, you have scanners. I mean, it is just a website full of stuff that is going to provide you a lot of great information, completely free, made by traders, people that are actually day trading for traders. So the way we will have liked to get information is the way you're going to see it there. So take advantage of that. And for those that have not tried it out, if you want to join that Monday class completely free, you can go to bearabletraders.com / the homepage, and you can sign up there. But if you want to do a test drive for 7 days, you get access to the chat room and the trial courses. You can do pre-market 24, and you can join us there for 7 days and kind of come hang out with us in the community, see what the environment is like. And if you are interested in joining, you can go to membership and check out the packages. But if you do, there's also a free one-on-one session with Dr. Kenneth Reed, which, by the way, he had an incredible webinar this week. If you guys were there for psychology, and he has this thing where you do your profile to kind of understand what kind of trader you are. And he has the warrior, he has the engineer. I forget, it's like 6 of them. And it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to kind of understand what kind of trader you are. And he has the descriptions on there. And I think it was Jason. Was it Jason? We broke down Jason on that on that Wednesday. And right, Jason B, yeah. He picked Jason Jason B apart on what his style is based on him filling out the form. And it was nice. He was like, ah, he is dead on. He is dead on what he was describing. So definitely check out that webinar. The link will be there if you want to do that profile. And again, it's very, very nice. All right, guys, let's get to it. As I'm talking here, the spice is going out of control in a good way. So making new highs here. Our list is massive. So we have, let me see here. We have Baba, we have Neo, we have Dash. I got to remove some stuff because it's just way too many on my list. We have TWLO, DKG. Look at the volume. Oh, man, DKG, do not run away from us. Wait a second. PayPal is good as well, heading up here. NVIDIA, it's going to be a tough day. Let's be picky. Let's be picky. So, all right. Baba or Neo? I'm just going to watch one of these. I'm going to keep, I'll keep Neo. Has more volume, has been really good. But Baba is still a great secondary. So let's throw Baba on the list here. And we'll get rid of Baba from the main list, right? We just got to fine tune this. Dash right now, they have earnings. I like the gap up. Yeah, we'll keep that one. TWLO, also great volume, beautiful drop, guys. We're down 25% of this thing. Yeah, we are definitely going to be on top of that. DKG is good. PayPal is going to close the gap here. So PayPal is good. NVIDIA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the most I had in a very long time, and they all look good. 906. Let's do it. Let's get levels for all of these, and we'll figure out what we're going to keep. But these all look very good. I'm having a hard time deciding what I'm going to take off here. All right, let's do levels. Let's get to it, guys. So we'll start with Neo here. Why is Amazon dropping like crazy? I don't understand. Well, it's not drop. Well, you mean the daily, right? You're talking about the daily because it's not dropping right now. But yeah, I don't understand why it's dropping like this. It's the daily is very interesting to me on Amazon. So yeah, I have the same questions here. All right, let's go over to Neo, guys. Let's get going here. So we have high of the pre-market, 1119, 1120 to be exact. Low of the pre-market, we're looking at 1052. So slam a level there, and you are set towards the bottom, guys. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. That is looking pretty good. Above the pre-market highs, we do have a nice level here over at 1153. So that's going to be nice there. And I think you're set. We'll leave that there for now and see how this is going to play out. We're up 10% on this thing, guys, with some great volume. And Neo loves to run. When Neo picks a direction and when it has volume like this, it loves to run pretty nice. So hopefully that can happen today. We could take advantage. Here's Dash. And Dash could be a hit or miss because it can be very choppy. Their volume on the daily is lighter than many stocks. The last couple of days, we've seen an increase in volume here, right? That we've seen 14 million, but outside of that, not great. I'm actually convincing myself this could be a possible for me today. Let's see. 50.96 low of the pre-market, 53.78 high of the pre-market. And then surrounding that action is going to be another level here before this major level, guys. I mean, this 48 here, this has been a tough area for Dash to get above. We're doing it now in some nice fashion here by gapping up, 12% and hitting the next area of resistance, which is this 53.78. We did that early this morning. But the reason I mentioned that this can be a possible, as I mentioned earlier, is that, if you find yourself getting stopped out twice on this thing, just let it go, because this one can be very choppy. You need some kind of direction. You're going to need a nice order flow and volume on this one. So don't force this one, guys. You get stopped out once or twice. Just give it some space, and I'm sure you can find other opportunities like we have here on this list. So there's Dash. TWOO is another one too that we've seen be very choppy as well. Right now, pre-market activity has tons of volume. Hopefully, we can channel that volume into some type of direction. 51.92 high of the pre-market, 47.73 is the low, and we haven't been down here in a long time. Yeah, very long time, actually. We're going back to 2018. So 2018, we started hanging out over here. Let's get some levels above and below. We're going to go over to 59.02. We'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, nice area support over at 42.88. Now, this is off the weekly, but I won't be surprised if that's what people are going to be looking at when you're going back, so many years. So yeah, that's TWOO. This could be a hit or miss too. Again, we're probably one of the least favorites on the list today because if you start looking at the ones that are coming up now, you're going to see exactly why that's probably one of the least favorites. Let's start with DKNG. Beautiful drop, down 20% this morning. We have a great level here, a low of the pre-market 1249 right there. We did dip below that slightly, but 1249 is where the action is at because look at this daily as well. You got a lot happening there. We can mark down all the way down here, 1236 is the lowest point we had recently. So I definitely want to have that there. And then above that, we have some good daily levels, 1313. And right up here, we have another great level over at 1376. So that's DKG for us there. Let's see towards the bottom. We're going to get some levels below the 1236 that we have here. And volume is just crazy on DKNG at the moment, right? We're looking at 6.1 million shares traded, 1168, and we have another level here at 1116. So looking good this morning, tons of volume. This candle's kind of messing things up a little bit here. When you zoom in a little bit better, it looks slightly nicer pre-market activity. Now let's look at PayPal. PayPal also, I mean, just the rip on PayPal has been incredible this morning. 69.80 is the low of the pre-market today. Below that, we do have 66.16. This was the low of the earnings after hours play yesterday. And just look at the bounce we're getting here. So towards the top, guys, you have plenty. I am going to mark down a couple of levels in between here, like this 1272. 51. I am going to mark that down. That's an area where you see a little bit of resistance there. And now the pre-market high for now, at least 74.15, worth marking there. And if you look at the daily for the bigger picture, you do have your highs and lows heading up here. So I think you're pretty much set there. So PayPal recovering nicely here. Might be in the green by the time the market open comes. Here's NVIDIA. And let's remove some of these older levels because they're overlapping some other levels in the past. Let's see here. We do have highs and lows of the last two trading days surrounding the price action. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 139.27. So we'll mark that there. And then if I look above this 142, what do we have? Right over here, 145.01. So again, NVIDIA and a lot of our usual suspects, I'm sure, are heavily in play today. Let's head over to the next one on Amazon. I'm going to remove some levels here as well, kind of clean this up a little bit. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 91.67. And then towards the bottom, we have the previous day close on here. But the daily on Amazon, very, very interesting. As you can see, we're going to go to a weekly because that's in the wrong charts. Bring that back to the 5. Let's go to a weekly here. And let's see what's below this 89. We have 82. All the way down here. And then we also have a couple of stuff here on 87.39. So just getting some levels because Amazon just seems to want to sell off lately. So we're set there if it does want to do that, 87.39. Right now looking really strong with the lows of the pre-market over at 89.31 and just bouncing back here really nice, up 2.4 this morning. All right, here is Apple. Apple, guys, again, one of our usual suspects will remove some of these older levels heading towards the highs of yesterday on there. Towards the bottom, we do have 134.63, and we have this big level here, the previous day close, also the low, pretty close to the low of the pre-market this morning. That is great support for Apple. Right now, ripping on the news of the overall market. I'm not going to mark down this high just yet. I think this thing is going to hit 142.80 in no time. So we'll leave that as is. There is a level in between here, by the way, between the high and the low of the pre-market on the daily. That's going to be 140.43. And obviously, you can see why the pre-market action is flirting with that level this morning. So definitely mark that down there. That's all you need on Apple. If you look outside the window, you have plenty of stuff happening over here. Guys, that's our list. A lot. NEO, Dash, TWOO, DKNG, PayPal. Look at this, incredible. NVIDIA, nice. Amazon and Apple just crushing it. We have our moderators list ready to go. I see Thor, I see Susan, I see Brian. Let's take a look at what's happening there. As I switch over, guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We'd love to get to above 200 if we can on our likes this morning. All right, let's bring our teams, my list of stocks to watch today. I'm going to resize this. What's the high of NEO? NEO, the high, we're looking at 1120. High of the pre-market on NEO right now. So 1120 getting a nice bounce. Again, a lot of this is happening because our friend, the job numbers are positive for the market, or the market is reacting positive to them. That's better said. All right, gonna bring this right over here, guys. Let's take a look what we have. So far this morning, let's come on down. Thor, SPY, DKNG, Apple, PayPal, Tesla. Suzu will be looking at Tesla, Oxy, Apple, and Meta. And then Brian, who will be trading live with you this morning, DKNG, TW, LO, PayPal, Tesla, and Ying, YINN. Amen. Potential longs today, ENPH and Oracle, and no potential shorts at the moment. So, guys, this is what we have. We're looking pretty good on this Friday morning, 9:15. I'm going to hand it off to our friends to take us through the couple of minutes before the market open over on YouTube. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Have an amazing Friday, guys. Have an incredible weekend. Again, today's setting up to be an incredible day so far as volatility, the SPY, the movements, everything's looking really nice. You got tons of stuff to choose from. So you definitely have to be picky. I have to fine tune this list a little bit more. This is way too much to watch for one watch list. So I'll put some stuff over in our secondary list, and we'll see how it goes from there. Guys, remember, it is Friday, so you know what that means. You have to be extra disciplined today. You want to go into your weekend knowing that you follow your rules. Forget about green or red. Just be disciplined. Follow the rules that you have set for yourself so you can be successful over the long run. If you're having a bad week, this is not the day to be a hero. Guess what? The market is going to be open next week. They haven't told me they're closing it down. So that means you don't have to become a hero today and make up all your losses. Just focus on the discipline, one trade at a time. And trust me, you're gonna be able to survive the learning curve and be here for a very, very long time. So trade safe, guys. See you on Monday. Onboarding class at 8 p.m. as well. Have an amazing weekend. And thank you for joining us this morning. Have a great one.